Dillon Brooks has been declared the NBA's public enemy number one, and I bet you don't even know why. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dillon, from his impact on the Grizzlies, to his on-court bad habits, and even his lifestyle and love life. So if you know you don't want to miss out on all the details, be sure not to take your eyes off the screen. So let's get into it. Dillon Brooks was drafted by the Houston Rockets as the 45th overall pick in the 2017 NBA Draft. Since being drafted by the Grizzlies, Brooks has been a vital contributor to the team and has proven to be one of the most promising stars on the Grizzlies roster. Brooks' high energy and tenacious defense are just some of what sets him apart from his peers, and he's regarded as being one of the Grizzlies' best perimeter defenders. Brooks is also a reliable scorer, capable of clipping the ball from beyond the arc and putting up those much-needed points for the team. Offensively, Brooks is a versatile player who is good at creating his own shot and doesn't shy away from an opportunity to attack the basket. Brooks is also a capable playmaker, able to find open teammates and make the right passes at the right time to score. Brooks' defensive side, however, outshines his offensive play. He has a knack for getting into passing lanes and disrupting the opponent's offense. Brooks is a physical defender who isn't afraid to get up close and personal with his man, which he can pull off because of his body frame and physique. Most times, Brooks is tasked with guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player. Talking about Brooks' defense game, the Grizzlies' defensive numbers have also improved significantly since he joined the team. In the 2020-2021 season, the Grizzlies ranked 10th in the league in defensive rating, and Brooks was one of the biggest contributors in making that happen for the team. Brooks' game has continued to evolve and improve since he entered the league. In his rookie season, he averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, and 1.6 assists per game, while shooting 44% from the field and 35% from three-point range. Since then, his numbers have steadily improved, and he's become a more efficient and well-rounded player. One area where Brooks has particularly improved is his three-point shooting. In his rookie season, he attempted just 3.5 three-pointers per game and shot 35% from beyond the arc. However, in the 2020-2021 season, he attempted 6.5 three-pointers per game and shot a career-high 35.6% from three-point range. This improved shooting has made him a more dangerous offensive player and has helped stretch the floor for the Grizzlies. Defensively, Brooks has always been a tenacious defender, but his skills have improved over the years as well. He's become more disciplined in his approach to defending, and he's learned to use his physicality and quickness to disrupt opponents' offenses. He's often tasked with guarding the opposing team's best perimeter player, and he's been successful in limiting their production. Apart from his impressive style of play, another aspect of Brooks' gameplay that he's infamous for is his trash talking. Brooks seems to enjoy getting into his opponent's head to try and rattle them, and his brash and confident demeanor can be both entertaining and intimidating for both fans and players. Brooks' habit of trash talking on the court has earned him both fans and haters, which he doesn't seem to mind around the league. While some players appreciate his competitive fire and see it as a natural part of the game, some others find it rather disrespectful and unnecessary. There have been several high-profile altercations involving Brooks trash talking over the years. One of the most notable ones came during the 2020 NBA playoffs, when Brooks and the Grizzlies faced off against the Portland Trail Blazers. Brooks was guarding Damian Lillard, one of the best players in the league, and he was seen trash-talking him throughout the game. Lillard later said that he found the trash-talking annoying, but also acknowledged that it was part of the game, and that he didn't take it personally. One team that seems to have gotten the worst of Brooks' trash-talking side is probably the Golden State Warriors. Dillon rarely shies away from expressing his, let's just say, his dislike for the team. In his own words, "I don't like Draymond at all," Brooks told ESPN's Tim Kewen in a story that was published on March 3rd. "I just don't like Golden State. I don't like anything to do with them. Draymond talks a lot, gets away with a lot too. His game is cool with Golden State, but if you put him anywhere else, you're not gonna know who Draymond is." Ouch! Of course, Draymond couldn't let a disrespectful statement slide. Draymond clapped back at Brooks in a video saying, "This idiot said, I don't like Draymond at all. You don't know me. I just don't like Golden State. I quite frankly wouldn't like a team beats me all the time either. I don't like anything to do with them. Quite frankly, you were a little kid in high school watching us win championships. You get the point. You're a fan." Remember, there was once a time when Brooks said, "I want to be like Draymond Green." I gotta hand it to Dre for such a clapback. Damn. In a recent game against the Warriors, Dillon and Draymond had another altercation where after he landed a bucket after making a steal, Dillon got all up in Draymond's face and started with the trash talking, saying Draymond's podcast was cute and keep using that mic. In that same game, Dillon also trash talked Curry after blocking a shot. The whole beef with the Warriors can probably be traced way back to the 2021 tournament, where the Grizzlies defeated the Warriors and squashed their chances at the playoffs. About a year after that, the Warriors got their revenge, but in the middle of their revenge saga was when Brooks did a dirty deed by pulling a cheap shot on Gary Payton, who was just about to make a bucket. Pretty sure it was from that moment that the bad blood thickened between Brooks and the Warriors. Brooks' trash-talking and disrespectful habit of approaching players on the court don't always work out for him on the court and often come with a lot of harsh criticism from his peers and backlash from the NBA. Fun fact, Brooks is already up and over $500,000 in NBA fines so far in his career. $500,000! Wow, that's a whole bag right there. When the Grizzlies went toe-to-toe with the Warriors for the final time during the 2022-2023 NBA regular season, Brooks and the Grizzlies won the game 133-119. Amidst the scuffles here and there was Brooks doing his trash-talking against the Warriors to get under their skin. One of the players Brooks kept on trash-talking during the game was Klay Thompson, who also countered Brooks' attempts by reminding Brooks that he has 4 NBA championship rings. Another instance was in a game where the Grizzlies were facing off against the Lakers, and in that match, NFL legend Shannon Sharpe had a bit of a heated confrontation during the game, which the Grizzlies eventually lost. In a post-game interview when he was asked if he thought it was appropriate for a fan, referring to Sharpe, to go back and forth with him like that on the court, Brooks responded by saying, "Regular pedestrian like him? No." The guts Brooks must have had to call a 3-time Super Bowl champion and one of the best players in NFL history a regular pedestrian. Wow. One of the biggest ironies of the case of Dillon's trash talking lies in the fact that he doesn't even have enough trophies or medals to back up his loud mouth. In fact, Dillon Brooks hasn't won any significant trophy since he stepped into the NBA, and he has already played in 6 seasons and featured in 345 games. And for some reason, he still has the confidence to mouth off to superstars who have achieved and won titles he can only dream of for now. Pretty ironic, right? Remember his comment about the Grizzlies where he said, "From the beginning, we were growing a base. We had a base and we kept building and building and building, and more guys got on the train. And we were able to create something like this and keep building this dynasty and this program up to new heights." Klay Thompson responded by saying, "Man, he was talking about dynasty and all that. You can't be talked dynasty when you haven't won before." Now let's get a little more close and personal with Brooks by digging into his lifestyle. The 27-year-old NBA star is estimated to be worth about $7 million, according to Sports Manor, Wikipedia, Forbes, and Bloomberg. Dillon's contract extension that he signed with the Grizzlies back in 2020 is worth $35 million for 3 years, receiving $35,000 per month. And Brooks is already in his final year of his contract and will be a free agent this NBA season. Enough about that, let's talk about how he spends his money. Dillon has a house in his home country, Canada, and is situated in Toronto. The house alone costs about $4 million. Brooks has another house in Memphis, which sounds logical considering he lives there. That costs around $1.2 million. Now let's talk about the 4-cycled beast that Dillon cruises around town with. Brooks owns a Lamborghini Aventador SV Roadster. Brooks also has an Audi R8 Spider, which costs over $400,000. As regards to Brooks' love life, his last known relationship was with Heather Hawley, although there's a lot of speculation that Brooks is having a romantic fling with Big Bambina, who is a 32-year-old model, which Hawley also revealed had started even while Brooks was still dating her. Neither Brooks nor Big Bambina has come forward to confirm their relationship status, if there's even any.